Alright, this here is my Motormax 124 scale 2022 Ford Explorer. I almost said Bronco. Haha, whoops. Anyways, 2022 Ford Explorer 124 scale Motormax. And this gorgeous, gorgeous charcoal gray. Or is this, I think this is graphite gray actually, but you don't really see much of, but it just looks like a normal gray on camera pretty much. But if I shine a flashlight on it, now you can really see the metallic or pearl coating in there. Beautiful. And I was able to get this on, this was purchased this was purchased as a clearance item. This thing was originally listed for $14 and 22 cents, but since this was on sale for clearance, this thing was only $9.68 for a brand new 124 scale model car, and I could not say no to this. That's I don't know, it's a rare deal. Rare enough that I don't even know the next time when it will happen. But, anyways, enough talking about that and get to the model. So, for less than 10 bucks, I mean, this thing's pretty nice. You got some chrome on the grill. It's not the best, but it's chrome, and you still got the Ford logo there on the front bumper, and the paint quality is amazing on this. I mean, I can see my hand. I can see the reflection of my hand on the paint of this. I don't know if you can see that shadow moving on the hood. That's my hand. That's how good this paint is. And yeah. So yeah, this is a very nicely painted model. And the headlights, even the headlights are pretty cool too. I mean, they could be a little bit better. I guess the orange for the turn signal could be a little bit more of a vibrant orange, but still, it's still alright. The rims are very nicely done. 10-spoke rims, and they roll pretty nicely too. And this thing rolls very smoothly, actually. I was expecting it to be not as smooth. I wasn't expecting it to be as smooth, but I mean, look how good that rolls. But I try to see if the hood opens, but the hood doesn't open on this. But what does open is the front doors. They're hard. They still got quite some grip. Just because this thing's not even a day old yet. And yeah, you can see that in the interior. It would have been a bonus if they put the Ford logo on the steering wheel like the real life Ford Explorer does. But they carved the shape of the Ford logo into the wheel, but they didn't actually put the blue Ford with the blue Ford badge like they did on the front grille on the steering wheel. I guess that's alright though. But still amazing for 10 bucks. Usual plastic seats. Nothing really too special about the interior. But again, you get the roof racks there, and you get the antenna, and then you get the little texture on the roof, and the mirrors. How are the mirrors on this? The mirrors are very sturdy too. And I'll get to the back now. And the back, hang on, very nice brake light detail. Yeah, you can see it pretty nicely. The red fits around the body pretty nice, and then you can see the silver for the backup signal. And even on the bottom, I just noticed that is painted on there. It is painted on there, but there are reflectors on the back bumper with the silver trim down there too. And then you get all the badging. Zoom this out now. I didn't realize I was zoomed in. I knew I zoomed in, but I didn't realize I zoomed in that far. And then now the back. Let me zoom in again. In the back, you got the Ford sticker right there, and then you got the Explorer writing on the back trunk, whatever this is. And then you get a license plate that actually looks realistic, instead of it just saying AAA 123 or whatever. It actually says like a more realistic number, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Well, you know, it would have been more realistic though, since California has front and rear license plates. If they had put a front California license plate on this too, that would have been a lot more realistic, especially if it had a license plate holder, instead of just it being a sticker. But speaking of stickers, the mirrors are stickers too. The chrome for the mirror stickers is a sticker, and at least it's not painted on. And let's see, now to the bottom. I want to zoom out now. But bottom's pretty nicely detailed. I mean, you got the suspension there. Somewhere in there, yep, there's a gearbox and a transmission. Can barely see it though. But yeah, suspension, exhaust system. Exhaust system isn't painted chrome, but that's okay. And yeah, so that I'm gonna wrap it up here.